Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ash, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where I share trainings, walkthroughs, and insider tips to help travel advisors book smarter and build confidence. And tonight's training is called Everything is a Funnel Part 2. And the first part of Everything is a Funnel, I showed you guys what funnels are, kind of, right? Where they go, how they work, etc. And just the concept of a funnel is really what we talked about. And that's kind of how it connects, right? So your content, your conversations, your follow-up, your offers, all of that and how it connects. But tonight we are going even deeper, okay? We're going to break down the psychology behind why people buy. That's something that's very important to know when it comes to the funnel, so you can understand each part of it, right? Not only each part of it, but how prospects and clients move through your business, where they get stuck at, and how to identify the gaps that might be costing you bookings, yeah? So the goal isn't to really just understand funnels for tonight. We should have a rough idea of what a funnel does, but it's really to just understand how clients think and how to guide them naturally from being interested to inquiry to actual booking. So if you are live here, you should already know what to do. Go ahead and comment hello in the chat for me so that I know that you are here. I have the chat pulled up so I can see all of you. Hello, everyone. And of course, if you happen to catch this later on a replay, I still want to know that you stopped by. So go ahead and go underneath the video for me and comment replay so that I can say hello, yeah? And as well, before I get started, let's talk about what's coming up for the next week. So right now we are doing Everything as a Funnel Part 2. On Thursday, we're going to talk about how travel agents can look more professional online. This was a follow-up training from what I was supposed to do for corporate. I think it was like at the end of May. So I'm going to do it now at the end of June. And then even on Friday this week, I will actually be teaching you guys how to do short form videos, but that will be for Evolution and Archer only. So if you guys are with them, you guys can hop on corporate Zoom on Friday at 5 p.m. PST, and I will be there to teach you guys how to do short form videos. Now, I will upload that later to my channel, but if you want to catch it live, you got to be a part of the team. And if you're watching this and you're not part of the team, you got to join Archer and Evolution with us, all right? So that we can all be a part of the team. Now, as well, speaking of that, make sure you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel and tap that bell. When you guys tap the bell, it sends you notifications when I go live so that you never have to keep up with it, okay? So I'm going to remove the stuff off the screen here and bring in the background. Boom, boom, and remove this caption here. And we're going to go ahead and get started with tonight. We have, Everything is a Funnel Part 2. And I love funnels, okay? Your girl is a lover of all funnels. Funnels are how the world works. And when you are selling travel, once you are able to actually understand how a funnel works, it kind of helps you guys zone in, fix my hair a little bit, helps you guys zone in better on how to book travel, how to understand the importance of why people are booking travel. I mean, it just kind of gives you all the ins and outs. So that way you have a better part of marketing because you understand what they're doing and while they're doing it. Yeah. So that is exactly what I'm going to be covering tonight. understanding how people actually buy travel and how it's part of a funnel and understanding each stage of it. That way you can go, oh yeah, well, I know where they're at now. I can identify what stage this person is because I understand how it works inside my funnel. Yeah. It's exactly what I'm doing. Now, how many of you guys comment in the chat for me? How many of you guys are already doing funnels? Are a lot of you guys doing funnels? Funnels can be something as natural, and we'll talk about exactly what it is, a funnel, etc. Okay. But a funnel is essentially, you are starting at a point where, let's just say I'm posting on social media. And inside that social media, I have if you're interested in booking, comment book. Okay. They comment book. And then from there, I go and I message them in the DM. In that DM, I qualify them. I'm bringing them down in my funnel, qualify them, find out what they're interested in. And then I go, okay, or if you're interested in booking, would you like a quote? Yes, I would love a quote on what we talked about. Okay, fine. Then I got them in the quote. Now I'm quoting them, I'm closing them, and I'm bringing them all down to a booking. Okay. No matter how that starts, whether it starts on social media, whether that starts in person, whatever part that you do for marketing, it always results into a funnel of pulling them down to booking. That's exactly what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about why they do it, how they do it, and how to understand every stage so that you can see where your clients lie at the most inside your funnel. Okay. So one of the most biggest misconceptions in the travel industry is that people are just going to automatically buy whatever travel package that you give them. I feel like as travel advisors, that's like the first thing that we expect. We're like, all right, I presented it to them. Why are they not buying it? Okay. I'm going to tell you why. Nobody wakes up ready to buy. Okay. Even the most people that have a lot of money and they got billionaires and millionaires, whatever. Okay. Even those people in general, none of them are normally just ready. All right, let's just buy it. Let's just do it. Right. A lot of people primarily focus on, what part of it values them, where's the best deal, what's going to get them the most experience for what they're paying. There's a lot that goes into that buying decision, no matter if it's travel, no matter if it's your new car, whatever it's your new house, even sometimes groceries. Okay. How much of us plan our groceries? Comment in the chat box. Do you plan your groceries? I plan my groceries, okay, and I got to go to Sam's Club because I got the better deal, but then I head over to Walmart because I need the smaller stuff. Like everything that we buy is a decision that we make. Booking travel, if anything, might take a little bit longer, right? Even if you're booking travel, especially, we like to know the entire details of the travel, right? And it's our job primarily to understand that journey before you actually get to the booking so that you can actually serve your clients correctly as they go through this process, right? But this is a mistake that a lot of advisors make. A lot of advisors, they just focus purely on getting bookings. That's all they see. I want the next sale. I want the next sale. I want the next sale. But guys, the travel industry is a relationship-based industry. We get our bookings based off of the relationships that we form with other people. The best advisors understand that the journey is happening before the credit card is ever swiped. We are building the journey the moment that we get in contact with these people, right? There is a deeply, heavily psychological process that happens between seeing travel content and actually making a purchase decision. Can we all agree with that? Is that all something that we can agree on? Yeah? Once you understand this, you will understand why not every person is your client and why not every person is a booking, and how just because they didn't book with you doesn't mean it's the end of that cycle for that client. There is a process to that decision. They might not book today, but they might book next week or the week after. There's always a process with that client, right? Now, speaking of the process, what I'm trying to make you understand a little bit more deeply is a lot of us, when we first start, we're always just talking about we book travel. Oh, what do you do for a living? We book travel, right? And we get in this mindset that that's just what we're doing. We're just doing it. We're just selling the travel. We're just selling it. They're just going to buy it. It's just going to be very easy. Okay. But when it comes to purchasing travel or any types of travel, people don't actually just buy travel. I want you to think of it like this. Okay. If I go to Sam's Club, okay, I'm going there. When I go to Sam's Club, I'm just buying stuff, right? I'm just buying the meat for the week. I'm just buying this. I'm not really thinking too deeply about it, right? But when you're buying travel, you're not just buying a flight. You're buying an experience. You're buying relaxation, celebration, memories, escaping, right? Adventure, family time, romance, whatever that is. There's an entire process that goes into buying travel that doesn't happen when people are buying other things. And that's why it's kind of considered a emotional purchase. Can we all agree with that, right? How many times have you ever booked a trip for yourself or maybe for others, whoever that is, and you get this instant relief as soon as it's booked and you're like, okay, it's done. Now they're going to travel, or now we're going to travel. Like there's that release of what happens when you book a trip. Okay. There's an emotion that builds up into that. Now, as a travel advisor, when you understand that your clients are actually buying an experience and not just booking the flight, the hotel, or the transfer, or whatever, your business will take an entire 360 shift, because you will solely just focus on advising and servicing your client and not worrying exactly about what they book. Because the more you service them, the more they book, and then you can worry about all the details of the flights, hotels, whatever, right? But the more they feel taken care of, and the more that you actually care about what they're buying into, whether that's actually a honeymoon for them, a family trip for them. Once you understand that emotional side of the purchase, you will understand why your client feels this way. You won't see it as an objection. You'll be able to go, okay, I can see what part of the funnel you're in now. I can see where you're at when it comes to booking. Let me comfort your fears to help you close that booking. That's exactly what we do every single time. I love funnels. Okay, this is it right here. This is the, are you guys getting it? Oof, when I tell you, when you can get out of that mindset that you're just an agent and you are actually here to service your people, your audience, it will shift how you feel as a travel advisor. Everything that you do, you will see that you are just building into something, and it will just give you that why that you need, that will carry you to the part where you actually get those bookings that you so desperately are craving for, because you put in all of that consistency and that time and that effort. Promise you it's tea. All right. Now, listen, continue. Let's talk about the stages. So the first stage of a buyer when it comes to booking travel is awareness. Now, they're going to stumble upon us, okay? They must know we exist somehow, so they're going to stumble upon us. Social media, email marketing. What else do we have? I just did a presentation the other day, so my brain's pretty fresh on this. In-person events, maybe a recommendation, maybe they saw us at a vendor booth. They're going to stumble upon us, right? And now they know we exist. But at this stage, they are entirely passive. They're just noticing who we are. They're not buying, okay? Some triggers: social media, reels, Facebook groups, referrals, live streams, etc. Right? Like one day I did a live with you guys a few weeks ago where I did a Q&A, and a girl was on there and she was like, I want to become a travel agent. And I was like, what? This is okay. Well, this is a Q&A for travel agents, so you're in the right place, right? But she was just aware of me. Now that she's aware of me, now I need to pull her in the funnel. Even team building's a funnel, okay? Now I need to pull her in a funnel. Now I need to let her aware of what we do around here. We're going to teach her about Ash Knows Travel. We're going to teach her about evolution, about Archer. We're pulling her in. Now she's in a meeting. Now she likes the idea of the meeting. Then she signs up. Same thing, right? People are finding us wherever we go, whether they're booking travel, building with us, it doesn't matter. They all have to become aware of us somehow. Now, if you are not posting and you're not getting any bookings, you're missing the first stage, which is awareness. People cannot be aware of you if they don't know you exist. Okay? That's the first stage right there. So they stumbled upon us, they're noticing us, and they're starting to see us a little bit more because they kind of, maybe they liked our video, they followed us, maybe they subscribed, and now we're starting to build the interest, right? Can this person help me? I'm seeing them a lot. Let's find out about what they're doing, yeah? So now they're actively researching you. They're evaluating your relevance to their specific needs. They're trying to see if they're your actual audience, yeah? And you will see them doing this because you'll see that they start viewing your profile. Maybe they like a couple of things. They're slowly starting to engage. They watch more of your content. They're visiting that profile, and they're kind of slowly noticing, okay? Now, some buyers, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're ready to book. Some buyers, we're kind of slowly, we might stay back there for a few months. We might just dive right in. Like, we're all at different stages, right? And especially if they just stumble upon you and they're already planning their travel, they might just immediately be like, hey, this person might be able to help me. Let me show my interest into them. So now they're commenting, they're starting to talk to you, right? But they're still in the very early beginning stages of planning. That doesn't mean that they're going to do a booking with you. So now we got to move them to stage 3. trust. Okay. Now, the reason a lot of you guys always ask me about my 3-post system. When I'm posting things, I post for attraction, I post for value, and then I post for sales. Those are my 3-post system. Anytime that I'm posting something, it relates to either attracting new people, valuing and teaching the people I already have, or selling to the people that are around me. That's the 3 things I'm doing here. Okay. The first post I do is awareness, which is attraction. That's what this is. That's exactly what I'm teaching you. I'm awareing people. I'm getting them to notice me. I'm being visible. Now I'm showing them interest with all the different things that I can book. They're trying to see if I will be right for them. And then we're bringing them to the second part, which is trust. That's the second post, value. Now I'm building value into them. Why should you book with me? I need to tell you. Are you legitimate? Are you real? I need to show you. This is how I can help you. This is how I can do travel for you, whatever that is, right? Okay, this part is very, very important, and you can easily cover this by just posting value posts and why people should book with you. That alone, even legitimate posts like maybe bookings you've done, travel you've done, you need to show up and show them, yes, this is me, I am real, right? Trusting is where buying decisions are actually made. When people buy travel from you, they're not just booking a flight, they're trusting you to book their travel, right? The prospect wants proof before they hand over their vacation dreams to you and technically their investment into you. Yes. So in their head, as they're kind of building trust, they're seeing your post consecutively. In their head, they're thinking, if they're experienced, do they have this? Is this what I'm looking for? Have they booked with others? Do they share deals? Are they showing up online? Can I trust them with my family memories? Yeah, that's exactly what they're thinking. And this is kind of building over time. Now, the reason why I have my 3-post system is because I'm building into that. Every time I'm posting, I post to attract them. Then I'm getting them to trust me. Now I'm doing a sale. Then I pop back up on their For You page. I'm doing another attraction. Now I'm doing another trust. And I'm like building into it, right? And on average, from what I've been told in all of these sales classes that I've attended, a person needs to see you at least 8 times before they feel comfortable with you. Now, that 8 times can be spread up amount of days, weeks, years, whatever that is, but they need to see you at least 8 times. This is one of the biggest times that they need to see you, is that they can trust you. And we are gaining trust from people that we don't know. So it's very important that we put a big emphasis on showing them we can handle the booking, right? So like, what is trust? What is trust in the social media, or not social media, in the travel industry? Put it in the chat box for me. What is trust to you? For me, it's she has some kind of review going on. She has a legitimate kind of link tree, something. She has social media. She's posting. She's active. She looks like she's doing bookings. We never really can confirm if somebody's ever doing bookings, right? But if I'm actively telling them again and again and again, I'm a travel agent. This is how I can help you. This is how I can help you. That's what they're looking for, okay? That is all done in stage 3. So now they're starting to trust us. They did a little research into us. And here we go. How trust is engineered: showing up consistently, getting reviews, helpful content, proving your expertise, visibility, testing testimonials, like emotional validation, and then professionalism. Yeah. Ooh, which I'm teaching on Thursday. If you guys need help being more professional and showing up more professional online, catch me on Thursday, because this all ties in together. Okay. I'm going to show you not only how to understand how funnels work, but how to use them professionally and show up on Thursday. So we'll get on there. Okay. Trust is never demanded. It is earned over time. So as you guys are showing up, that's like, what is this, 6 times right here? You could do one of these 6 and then two more times. You can easily build trust with somebody. Do we understand that, guys? Like, there's a part of that trust that they have to get from us, and they can't get from us if they don't see us. Yeah. All right. Now, why most agents lose leads? It's because they are trying to take action from clients that don't trust them. Yeah. Asking for an action before trust exists is the fatal flaw of travel marketing. Can we all agree? Yeah. We all want them to book now, book now, book now. Request a quote, request a quote. Let's talk, let's talk. But they don't know who you are. And the biggest thing about the travel industry is that this is a relationship-based industry, right? So book now does not work on strangers. Trust must come first. Even the people that are, one of my TikToks, when they go viral, I'll get a book, right? Over half those people are now in my inbox. I have to qualify them, build their trust, right? Get their dates, get their times, start talking to them, zone them down to just one resort, and then quote them, then get them to book. That's not ever going to be, here's a price, here's a great day, have a great day. It doesn't work like that, okay? And it's a good thing, because I'm going to tell you something. When it works like that, which it can, okay, sometimes it can, but when it works like that, a lot of them will come back to you later on, and then they start asking you questions, okay? Because they just wanted to get it booked. They weren't paying attention. They didn't have the details. Now what do we do, right? So it can be a good thing and a bad thing if it goes that way. And it can also be expected sometimes that it might take a little bit longer to get to a booking because they need to trust who we are. I would rather them trust me as an advisor than just book with me because they got a good deal. Can we all agree with that? Like, I wanted, and this might be different from you. If it is, put it in the chat. But for me, it's a big deal for me for people to trust me. Like Ash Knows Travel, they trust that, right? Like, I built into that because I kept showing up consistently. I kept showing up who I am. Unfiltered Travel, which is my adults only, all of that over there. That's because I just kept showing up, and I kept fixing the post a little bit more until I got it to where the people will comment, right? Like, all of that would have to be consecutively just showing up. It's not something that just happens overnight. And when I'm in there, whenever I'm posting, if you guys ever notice my call to actions, a lot of them aren't going book now, book now, book now. A lot of them are saying, if you need help deciding on which resort, comment book and I'll help you. That is my advising. Then I help them figure out what resort it is. Oh, you need a price for that resort? I got you. When you going? Like, I slip it in there, okay? A lot of agents will lose their leads because they're just expecting people to book with them, and then they just shut down if they have questions or they don't book right away. That's it. I'm telling you the truth here, okay? Now, built into all of that, now they trust us. Now we got to have more of a informational shift, okay? Now we need to build into that desire. And this is where a lot of the quoting starts to begin, and kind of the idea of the correlation into booking. Now we need to be like, all right, now you trust me. Now I need to inform you and kind of get you to desire your next trip, right? The prospect begins actively imagining the experience. Now, I do this when I'm talking to them. I will pull them and go, okay, well, what kind of experience are you looking for, right? And I do adults only travel. So they'll be like, oh, I'm looking to party. I'm like, oh, you're looking to party? Let me tell you about Temptations. It is a nonstop party. And then they'll go, I don't know if I'm nonstop party. I'm looking for more of like a reserved, maybe a little nightlife, but I want to relax during the day. Okay, that's fine. Actually, I have a really good one. Desire Rivera Maya. Okay. Desire Rivera Maya is kind of upscale, romantic luxuries, but it's still got a little bit of nightlife that you're looking for. Do you see where I'm? Okay. Okay. That is it right there. They stop looking at logistical details and they start seeing themselves living in the vacation. And that is a part of the funnel. That is a part of me qualifying, bringing them down so they can book with me. That's stage 4. Okay. Stage 5 is the booking. Once I funnel them all the way down, okay, we are down to the action part. Now, the action part is not a strategy. This should be the easiest part of what they do. I always will tell you guys, the booking is the easiest part, okay? Action, this part, is simply the result of the 4 earlier stages that have happened successfully, okay? So if I get to a client and I'm noticing that they want to book with me, but they're stuck, and I go in there, I'm going to have a conversation with them, okay? And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go, what part are you stuck at when I'm talking to them? Are you stuck at the actual interest? Do you need to see what I can do for you? Are you stuck at trusting me? Like, do you not trust me? If you don't trust me, I'm going to give you my whole, what is that? Travel Leaders Network. I'm about to slap that in there and show you all my reviews. Okay. Or is it that you don't know what kind of trip you need? You need some desire to build into your vacation. Do you guys see how that funnel plays into the part? And once I start pulling on these parts of the funnel and I can find out where my clients are laying, I can pull them into an action. Oh, you've been thinking about this? Okay, what do you think about this? You're interested in it? Okay, let me help you build a desire in that. So when I'm building my desire, you begin to trust me, which so that way you can just do the booking, right? This is it right here. Do you guys, I feel like when I break it down this way, you go, oh, okay, I'm over here just trying to get people to book, but I'm not even thinking about the fact that they have to trust me before they book, right? And that's the results of the funnel. They fill out the form afterwards, they request that quote, they send that DM, and they schedule the consultation. All because they've been aware of me, they've had interest, and they trust me. Now they got the desire, and that's what makes the action occur naturally. Okay. Now, sometimes we leave out our job forms and we leave out our phone numbers, and we'll get these random people that will just trickle in, right? Like that one time when that guy texted me, that just blew me off. Oh, I saw you on Instagram. Here's a text. What? I didn't even, okay. They've been watching me on Instagram probably for a few weeks, and I didn't even know that. Why would I know that? I'm just posting here. I'm just minding my business, right? That brings me back to my training from last week. You guys don't ever realize that people are watching you all the time, especially like when Instagram, one of those videos, they'll go like 2,000-3,000 views, especially if you have like Ralio and stuff. Like they just start going. You don't know who's seeing that. You don't know who's following you. Like it's all just kind of something that falls into place. And that's why I'm really heavy on like leaving different parts of my funnel open. Like one of my funnels are kind of like, all right, I'm posting on social media. People can see me. I'm just showing up every day. Hello, I sell travel. Look at this adults only resort, right? That's Facebook. Then I'm going to come over here, do the same thing a little bit on Instagram because that's my catch-all for everything I'm making. So I'm like, hello, I'm over here. I'm still a travel agent. I book adults only. And then I come over here and I go to the same thing, do TikTok. Hello, TikTokers. I'm travel agent. Book with me, right? And so like all these three places have these things going in. And so I have all these little starts of the funnel. But then once I get the start of the funnel going, which is the stage one, so I'm bringing awareness on all these little platforms. After that stage, it's always the same thing. We got the interest. I'm talking to them. I'm getting them to trust me. I'm building the desire, which leads them to a booking. The funnel always is the same. The first part might deviate where it starts at, but it always cycles down to where I'm closing them to getting a booking. When I understand that psychology, I don't get rejections or anything. I don't see that. I don't see it as a rejection. I just see it as we need to make a change. We need to talk. We need to do this, right? There's always another way to get another client to book with you or to get a booking. So I just need to figure out what part that client is at. Yeah. Now, every piece of content has its job when it comes to this. Okay. This is so important. When I talk about the first stage for awareness, this is what I'm talking about. Every piece of content has a job. And that relates back to my 3-post system. Every piece of that has a purpose. I'm posting those 3 different things because I'm trying to hit all of my funnel at one time. So I'm attracting people to create awareness. I'm doing all of the nice stuff with my bio, making my profile, making sure it's all good. We'll do that on Thursday if it's not, okay? To create interest so that they can validate who I am. And then doing reviews, showing the stories. You guys see it. You guys follow me. You guys see what I'm doing, right? What does that do? It creates trust because I'm just showing up and I'm telling them, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. This is how it's done, right? And then that helps create those desire and that attraction, which brings them down to booking, okay? Not every post should be designed to sell immediately. Everything works together. When I go to your page, I don't need to see book. I need to see, here I am as a travel advisor. Here's how I can help you. Here's my specialty. And here's how you can book. Do you guys see how I did that? That's like 4 posts, but technically you can be done in 3. But that's what they need. They need a cycle of that. So that way they can go to your social media, go wherever you are marketing at, and go, okay, yeah, I know who they are. I know what they do. Oh, look at that. Okay, they're booking. All right, yeah. Like that is what's the point of that. That's why I tell you guys to post all the time. I don't care what type of content, what it is, but you need to tell them, I'm a travel advisor. I'm still here. This is what I do. The more you do that, the better chances you have at somebody booking you. Okay. And the reason that is because of this right here. Silent watchers. There's so many people on social media that are silently watching you, okay? And many of those people are future clients, and they will watch for incredibly long periods before ever reaching out, okay? There will be some people that will follow you for years, and then one day you'll just be like, oh yeah, that's right, Ash was a travel agent. Let me go talk to her real quick, yeah? They don't comment. They might not even like it. They don't even message you, but that does not mean that they don't see you. And that does not mean that the funnel is not working, okay? Movement in a funnel happens behind the scenes. The audience you don't hear from today is evaluating you for tomorrow. So consistency, regardless of who's watching, who's engaging, who's what, that is what building the familiarity. So when they come back and they're ready to book with you, they go, oh yeah, that's right, Ash, she's still posting travel. Yep, this she is. All right, let's go book with her, right? That's what I want you guys to understand. Yeah. Now, let's talk about this. We're almost done, guys. We have a little bit more, but I want to just go over to the little important parts of the funnel, because now that you understand the stages, I want you to understand that inside the funnel, you're going to reach to different things. First, you're going to see the silent watchers, and then they'll randomly appear, and you'll be like, okay, great, let's go book, right? But there's also a lot of people that you might find in your funnel that might be like an objection, yeah? And when we get these objections throughout our funnel, we automatically just need to really stop and think about what they are thinking when they say these things, okay? When they're saying, oh, we need to think about it. The dates are tricky. Checking the budget, right? These might sound like objections, but they're not objecting to booking travel with you. We have to get out of that mentality. That means that they are stuck at one of our stages, whether they're stuck at the desire of maybe seeing what the trip is actually worth, the value of the trip. Maybe they're stuck at the actual interest stage if they don't know if they're actually interested in booking the trip, but they're not going to tell you that, right? Or maybe they're trying to build trust, or they don't have enough, like uncertainty in you, whatever that is, okay? Whenever somebody tells me something like that, that's the first thing I stop and I go, that's not what they're saying. They're saying this, but what are they actually meaning? A lot of the times it's uncertainty if they want to do the booking, maybe the fear of putting that type of investment in, or timing constraints because they don't know if they're actually available, or just in general, the lack of trust, okay? Objections, you have to know this as an advisor, are rarely about travel itself. Understanding the underlying fear helps you guide people through the decision safely, okay? I always think about when I bought my car. Okay, I love my car. All right. When I bought my car, they were like, you know what? You need to go and you need to buy this, you need to buy that. Okay. That type of investment is way bigger than travel, right? But you sit there and you're like, I need to think about this, right? Okay, we got to pay. Oh, wait. All right. Check the budget. Check this, right? Okay. It's kind of like the same thing, but I know it's travel, but it's like the same thing. That thought process that you go through when you're buying something is the exact same thing when people are booking travel. That's just how it works, okay? We have to guide them as advisors. We are advising them on what to book, when to book it, etc. That is exactly what our truly job is. That's it, okay? Now, following up is non-negotiable. I'm big about follow-ups. I love follow-up, but that's the same thing, okay? When you guys are purchasing stuff, a lot of us don't purchase just upon initial thought. A lot of us don't. A lot of us need to research it. We need to think about it. We might need to talk to a few people about it. Exactly, okay. Most people are not ready to buy the first moment that they inquire. A lot of people want to compare. They want to discuss with their family, wait on work approval, and even budgeting, okay? This is the bridge between the follow-up. Just because they didn't mean they want to book right now doesn't mean they don't want to book forever, right? So we need to follow up with them, and it's not considered pestering. We don't ever want to pester anybody, but it creates that relationship that you actually care and you want to help them booking that travel, and it helps keep it kind of alive. That way it aligns when they are ready to book their trip. Yeah. And that doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes we just come in here, book, rinse, repeat. And then there's other times where we have to do this. But when we're in that part where we're book, rinse, and repeating, it's because we've already did all of the other factors that poured into them being ready to book. Honestly, they have been probably watching this. They probably liked a few things, and now they're here in our DMs. And that doesn't happen by accident. That happens because they know who we are. Yeah. So the real funnel. I like to break down funnels and explain them. Do you guys like funnels? If you want me to keep teaching you guys about funnels and how to understand them, a funnel really can help you just organize everything where it goes. I do funnels for my leads. I do them for team building. I do funnels for everything. Even when I'm purchasing my groceries, there's a funnel for that. There's a what do we really need? Because, groceries are expensive. I got 6 kids. So what do we really need? Where can I buy it the cheapest? Where can I get the best deal with the value? Maybe buy it in bulk. Everything in general is a funnel, okay? And once you guys can sit down and go, okay, so where can I get this client to today? Maybe that they're at the awareness stage. I need to build it to where they're at the action stage. So how can I get them there? And those are going to help you make just the better decisions to kind of help move that speed, right? Now, people move at different speeds inside the funnel. Some book quickly, other takes months. And you now should be able to leave this training and go, okay, I know where you're at. I know it's not that you don't want to book with me. It's not that we're not booking. It's just this is where you're at in the stage, and I need to move you from that stage to the action one. Yeah. So Your job in this, stay visible, build trust, provide that value so they know why they're booking with you. And then the booking part is just a result of all the small interactions that you have created over time. That booking is like the easiest part. Okay, we're done. Booking, easy, right? The getting to the booking is the actual work. And once you realize the work that you're putting in builds into a booking, makes it all worth it. You're like, okay, I get it. What I'm doing today will lead me to a booking tomorrow. Let me go ahead and put in the work. Yeah. All right, so I'm leaving you guys with that one. I know these are some deep trainings, yeah? I'm trying to give them as deep as I can because there's just so many different parts to the travel industry that we don't talk about, right? It's not as simple as we just wake up, we just market today, and then boom, clientele. Sometimes it's a process. Sometimes it's a process of where they're at, where they're booking, etc. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to break it down so you can understand every part of that funnel. Yeah. So if you haven't already, make sure you like this video, make sure you share it with your teams and comment if it helps. Okay. And along with that, as you guys are free on Thursday, I will be doing a second kind of part of this. I'm going to show you guys how to show up professionally online and kind of make little tweaks that when it comes to that part where they are building in the actual trust, interest, they will be able to go immediately go, okay, this is what she does, this is how she does it. Like that's exactly what we're going to set up on Thursday. So make sure you guys join me then. And for now, just make sure you like this video, share it with your teams and comment. I'm going to head over to my studio so I can answer any of the questions that you have. And I will meet you there in the chat box to answer them. Yes. But bye for now. And I hope I left you guys with a lot to think with. Okay. This is some deep psychology stuff. Yeah. And if you like this, make sure you guys let me know. So I'll do more stuff like this for next month. Yes. All right. I'm headed over to my studio now.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, early, gonna rise with the sun.